Welcome to the Shakaama Live Show with your host, Shakaama. I want to talk about police today. I've been hearing in the news people talk about police, and police have this reputation or they have that reputation, and the numbers just don't support anything that the people and the groups and the protesters are saying. Nothing. Not even close. It doesn't even come anywhere near. Now, I was keeping track of one side of the numbers one year, and then I got so frustrated. And of course, when you look at the numbers and you only see one number, you go, oh my God. But if you take a step back and then start looking at all of the numbers, the stuff that these groups are talking about, it just it disappears into insignificance. I want to talk about my personal experience with police. I've been pulled over. I've been stopped. I haven't been stopped and frisked, but I've been pulled over. I've been stopped, and immediately, probably because I'm smarter than the average bear, right? You agree? I understood that the police were stopping me not because of anything racial or anything like that. They were stopping me because I was driving a car. What's the real job of the police today? Is it to keep control of crime? Is it protect you? No, it's none of those things. Police today are a money making arm of the government. Now, how do they do that? They do that through infractions and violations and what have you that the state, uh, county, city, neighborhood, whatever, that they have set up to create it to tax the population. It's a tax. Did you know that? It's a tax. Now, if you're smarter than the average bear, you'll see it as a tax. Now, who are you going to tax the most? You're going to tax people that you can readily identify, because everybody's kind of slow, readily identify people with money. I was really complaining about my dog, and I was complaining about vets, and they said, people with pets have money. People with pets have money to take care of the pet. People without pets don't have money to take care of, but right? That's the distinction, and that's the connotation of you having a pet. If you have a pet, you have money to take care of a pet. And that money is seen as extra money. So once you get into the realm of having pets, then that means that you have so much money over and above feeding yourself that you can now feed a child permanently. Children are expensive, pets are basically children. They can't feed themselves, they can't go out and get a job, they can't clothe themselves, they can't do anything. You can teach them tricks, you can teach them a whole bunch of things, up to and including being a full-on service dog that can either protect you or guard you or protect you against your own self. That's one thing. But at its basic core, a pet is a child, a permanent child. Children, all they do is eat and sleep, right? As far as money goes, financially speaking, a pet is nothing more than a permanent child. You have so much money that you can afford a pet. People driving cars, you see where I'm going here? People driving cars have the money to take care of a car. And people are priced out of owning cars. So it's in the Constitution that you shouldn't infringe the ability to travel, which somebody needs to take this TSA list. What is that called? I'm making all of this off the cuff, so please don't at me. What is it called? The travel list not the travel ban, the travel list, where the people are on the no-fly list. That is unconstitutional. Somebody needs to take that to the Supreme Court and sue the heck out of the government for even suggesting that that should even exist. That is unconstitutional to its core. I mean, it's right in the Constitution. You will not infringe on the free travel of a citizen of the United States. That means no state can do that. There are a lot of laws that should be taken to court. Now, my experience with police, them stopping me, was because I had a car. People with cars can afford to have a car. And that's exactly how they see it. That's how the state sees it. That's how your local city sees it. That's how your county sees it. That's why you have a license plate. That's why you have tags. That's why you have insurance. That's why they're taxing you because you have a car. And the police are going to stop you because you have a car. And that's been my experience in dealing with the police. Now, if you can imagine, as soon as police start talking to me, they go, "Oh, sir." two words out of my mouth. I had police stop me on a bicycle and immediately start apologizing to me. Why? Because I looked at him with that whole white woman look. You know what I'm talking about? Privileged white woman look. And he said, "Oh, why are you looking at me like that?" I said, "Why are you stopping me?" "Oh, I'm sorry. We had a robbery and I saw you and I couldn't really tell." Right? He's apologizing the entire time. And I said, "Have them read." I said, "Do you know who my aunt is a judge?" And I read him the writer. And so this whole, you gotta be subservient to police, you gotta act like this. No, that's not true. I've never been subservient to police. And police have stopped me, given me a ticket, and said, "If you take care of this, I'll rip this ticket right up." Why? Because I said I had no idea about tags. My mother gave me this car. She didn't explain anything about cars. All I know is how to sit and press the gas. That's all I know. I said I'm doing well to even put gas in the car. And that was the truth. And that's the truth still today. And since I got into the wreck, I haven't even been in a car, or I haven't driven a car. I'm traumatized by the experience. My experience with police has been that they have been protector, instructor. I've gone and I said, "I got this ticket," and they ripped it up right in front of me. They said, "Oh, this is stupid. I can't believe it. Sorry about that, sir. Move along, sir." That's been my experience. And I wasn't dressed in three-piece suits. Nothing, none of that. And it's not about how you carry yourself, and it's not about if you act ignorant with police. Police are humans. And as far as my aura and my presence is concerned, I come around people and they're just, I immediately know this guy has had a completely different experience in life. And they're on notice immediately that I better be careful around this guy. He might sue me. He might jeopardize my retirement. That's been my experience with police. I've never had anything untoward. Even when they tried to be insulting, I said, "Did you just insult me?" I've never had a bad experience with police. I had a police stop me in. Apparently, he described it as a ghetto. I said, "Well, I was just walking to the store. I know that there's a convenience store this way." And he says, "Do you know where you are?" I go, "I have no idea. I was coming from my bank going to the store. I know that the store is located here." He says, This is the drug capital of the whole city." And I said, "Are you profiling me?" He says, "Yes, I'm profiling you." And I handed him my diplomatic passport. He says, "Is this all you have?" I said, "Do you know what you're holding? That's a diplomatic passport. You shouldn't even be talking to me." Anyway, thank you all. I have nothing bad to say about police. They've always been nice to me. Even when they try to insult me, they're still just humans. And a lot of them only have a high school degree. High school diploma. Thank you all for watching. Sanctuary cities are stupid. Police should work with ICE and work with the federal government to protect the country. Thank you all for watching. Thumbs up. Police also are the ones to make the black middle class survive and be successful. It was the police who did that, not Martin Luther King.